Good day, Mr. Victor Shamoka. Please, can you tell us about yourself? We have see your activities online. Can you tell us more about it?
Good morning, Mr. Okay. Appreciate your coming here today to know more about our business and what we do here. My name is Victor Eshemokai. I am from Fuga, it's a Central Local Government in Edo State, and I'm currently the CEO of Vonos Automotive Engineering, which is into auto repairs and auto sales.
What is your professional background?
Well, my professional background is project management, in where I have been able to work internationally with some companies, overseeing project completion and perfect execution of projects. I'm very grounded in project management. As a project management consultant, I look into the timeline, the scope, and the cost of a project. And this is where I have been for the past almost uh, 15 years before I set up this company, which is now presently the Automotive Engineering Company.
So, what resulted you setting up a such magnanimous professional auto company?
Well, the fact remains that when I was working for Share in abroad, in Oman, I have had this
Sorry,
notion.
the country again.
Oman, Share in Oman.
Okay.
So I've had this notion that when you look at the equipment we install in those offshore sites, we found out that those equipment are what we repair, they last long, many years without being damaged. And I was trying to equate this to the car usage in Nigeria. Why is it that when a customer fix a car in Nigeria and it will last longer? I started looking into this, and I made this research that to United States, where I kind of like got passion to set up such a company in Nigeria, whereby customers can be satisfied on the kind of job being done on their cars.
So, what give you the way that your auto company, or what makes you believe that yours can be different from other auto companies in Nigeria?
Well, to start with, auto company, basically auto repairs in Nigeria is one of the most difficult sector to work in because of the what I have experienced so far. Um, is highly challenging, especially in the area of the technicians that works on cars. Basically, over 90% of technicians working on customers' cars today are artisans. Most of them did not go to school. They did pass through the four walls of the universities or polytechnics. So it is always difficult to have them work together, make them to concentrate and do the right thing. So this has been the biggest challenge in auto company. But however, I try to see what we're going to do as a team to overcome such challenges. So many of those things as we move on, is what I'm going to explain to you that we have actually accomplished here in Vonos Automotive Engineering.
So, right now, how do you intend to break into the Nigeria market?
When you are setting up any business, the first thing you want to look at is meeting customer satisfaction. It's been a tough time for us in this auto company to satisfy customers. So at the beginning of the project of this company, we are passing through a lot. Sometimes you do a job for the customer, and before you know it, the customer will come back and say that what you have done is not okay. And this was a major challenge for us. But first of all, the main thing you want to do is to make sure that you your technicians are well equipped. They have all the necessary tools and machineries to do their job. And sequel to that is the amount of training you're going to have on your you're going to impart on your workers. So these are some of the steps we are taking in this company to ensure that we minimize return jobs and ensure that customers are satisfied.
Okay, in the auto auto system, we have a mechanical, painting, and the rest. Can you tell us more about painting and upgrading in auto?
Okay, yeah. What we have here is that you can see we have, as you have seen, we have the oven baking painting, whereby we paint a car to avoid dust and to easily get dried and baked. Then we have the mixing room, where basically most people don't know that the painting the of their cars, there's a number for your car paint written at either the door or a particular place in your car. That number, when we pick that number from the car, we take it to the mixing room, which you have seen. Then that mixing room, the computer right there will tell us the kind of paint to be mixed together to achieve the same manufacturer spec, or the paints. So basically, when we take that number, we go into the mixing room, we mix that paint, then we paint the car, and we take it to the oven for paint. But basically, we also have goods bodyworks technicians that ensure that the car is perfectly made before it is painted. However, we have the upgrading sector, whereby we remodernize your car. Like you can see in Nigeria, to achieve a car, to buy a car in this country is highly expensive. So a lot of people want their car to look like a new one. So what we are doing here is to take that old car, remodernize it, create a graphic around it, and turn it to a newer version, such as converting from 2009, 2008 coaster bus to a 2016, 2017 look, or a Land Cruiser to a 2022 look, Hilux. So we have done a lot of upgrading in our company, and this is what we are enhancing, and we are trying to make customers to understand that there's no much difference between your old car and what is in the market today. It's just that the manufacturer had basically changed some features, and those features is what we change for you here to make it look like a new one.
You are telling me that if I bring my Toyota Corolla 2013 model here, you can upgrade it to 2023?
Yeah, exactly. But there are some cars that are naturally difficult.
And
it will look exactly. So when you see it on the outside, everything, even depending on how much you can pay, most often we can even remove the dashboard and put a new one there. So there are features which you can basically, because when you look at cars, find out that your 2013 Corolla has the same engine, basically with the same 2020, 2021 upward. So what they basically change is the features, such as the front look, the back, the lights, the Android screen, the steering. These are some of the features that are being changed in the car. So you get those features from the Nigerian market or from abroad, then we'll remove the old one and replace with the new ones.
I asked again, you mean you do all this here?
Yeah, we have the machine, like you have seen, we have the chassis repair machine, we have the lathe machine, which does a lot of fabrication work for us. So we have almost all the equipment we require to do all this upgrade at Vonos Auto. And mind you, when we paint that car, there will be no difference. You may not even know if the car was painted. And this is what we know how to do best.
I even remember you say you see machine, see computer. When I was going around your company right now, I saw a lot of computer. For my first time in my life, you see a computer in alignment section. How come about this your computer in your alignment section? Can you tell us?
The computer I saw in the reception area, about 3 or 4 computers, are basically to capture customers' information. We do not want to lose what we have done with the customer. See, the step of us working for a customer's car here is number one. When you come in, we access your car, you tell us what you are passing through, we do a test driving, we do a physical examination, we put a system in there to know what is wrong with the car. Once we get this information, we go back to our system, we register the car in our system, and we register the problem in our system, and what we are going to do on the car, we put it in our system. So even if you come here 20 years, and it's on the internet, anybody, once you have access, the company gives you an access, you can view it in anywhere. So whatever you have done here is going to remain in the system in the next 5, 10, 20 years. So whenever you come here, you want to know what we have done in the past on your car, we just print out everything for you. So that is why we have computers in our place here, where we used to capture customers' data and everything. Then on the alignment section, you see, the technological advancement is making things to look a little bit different in our environment. Usually you hardly find this 3D dimensional alignment section in wheel balancing and alignment. So what this does is that there is a software that is imputed in the system, and that is called manufacturer software. It tells us the differential on your alignment. The manufacturer will say, okay, for example, your camber alignment has to be 0.01. When it is 0.0, that means it's sent. So what that camera does is that when we put it there, the 3D will capture your 4 tires and transmits the data to the computer and tell us the difference between what the manufacturer wants and what you have on your car. So if, for example, the carbon alignment is supposed to be 0.01 and you're now having 0.05, that means it's not aligned. We will try to align it to meet up with that 0.01. And as we are doing it, the computer will be telling us if you are meeting up or not. Once you meet it up, you see that it will turn green. That means you have aligned this car based on manufacturer's requirements. So this is what is being done nowadays. That's why you can see a TV there and a computer in the wheel balancing and alignment section.
And you have done this, what you said now to your customer. Is there any complaint?
Almost 100% of customers who have worked on alignment have come to tell us that they have tried alignment in many places which they have never got it right. But here, because we are using this technological advancement methodology, we easily get it right and it's perfect. So what are you doing? You are preserving your tires to last long for you, because once your car is aligned, the tendency that your tire will get wear easily will be eliminated. Yeah, and you are ensuring that your steering is straight, your brake system is working perfect, and this is what we do in the alignment section, and it's 100% okay.
And in your company, I go around so many of your auto. How do you source for your auto parts?
That when I said that at the beginning, we have a lot of challenges with customers coming in and going and complaining. It's not just basically because the technicians don't know what they have to do. One of the major challenges in the Nigerian market as related to automotive repair is the parts we use in customers' cars. The oil, like you are very much aware.
I saw your parts section now on your whole brand company name, Vonos Autos. So how do you manufacture or you get source for them?
Yeah, when we started, we were buying some of those parts from the Nigerian market, and we found out that most often when a customer's car we have worked on break down easily, we found that it's the parts that are damaged. At the beginning, I never intended to venture into parts. I wanted to be buying parts from the Nigerian market. But when I found out that this is our major challenge, that most of the parts that come into Nigeria market are inferior, we decided to go for a better one, more quality parts, that whereby our manufacturers will make a corporate agreement that once this part is not okay, we are going to return it, or we will not return it back to you, we'll replace it for us. So we pay heavily. What I've done is that I try to get original parts and make my manufacturers to produce the same thing, exactly the quality. It's more expensive anyway. That's why you see some people will say, oh, Vonos parts are expensive. It's not that the parts are expensive from our end. It's just that the quality of the parts are better than what you find in the Nigerian market. And that is why we brand it our name, Vonos, followed by the part number. So we cannot deny what you have put in your car. So when you call tomorrow and say, oh, excuse me, you put this stabilizer leakage on my car last month and it's bad, then we should, because it's a great Vonos, we should be able to know that this is our product. Why? Despite we have given the customers assurance that this part is okay and is directly from Vonos and it's going to last. So what resulted to early damage as such? So that's why we have our parts, spare parts, branded to demonstrate that guarantee factor, that you are rest assured that using Vonos auto parts, you will get the best quality. And again, you watch it in Nigeria now, there are many fake Mobi One everywhere. You see people selling Mobi One 25,000 naira with this present high cost of material. There's no Mobi One that you're going to buy that's original for less than $25. When you convert that dollars into Nigeria correct exchange rate, you find that an average or a very good Mobi One is over 40,000 naira. So that's why some of them will come and say, oh, I can get this Mobi One far cheaper elsewhere. Why are you selling this amount of money? It's just that, again, we are not into sales alone. We are into sales and repair. Imagine you bring your car here, we fix it, and it's bad. You're going to attack us that you are the one I bought this part from. You are the one that fixed it. So how come it's still bad? So other sellers can easily say, oh, sorry, sir, we sold for you a good part, but you took your car to a wrong mechanic who did not fix it right. And that is why your part got damaged. But you bought from here, you fixed from here. So you hold us responsible for why your vehicle is not okay. And being a company with value, there are times we are human beings. There might be manual error or human error. And we hold that guarantee to fix to make sure that your car is okay without paying additional money in Vonos. So Vonos is assuring you that we are guaranteeing you of the job we have done for you. And should there be any error in the process of fixing or whatever, do not panic. Just come back to us and then we'll get everything done for you. But our priority is quality to ensure that customers do not come back to us for a job we have done. That is why we have quality control. We set up a system that works better.
Mr. Victor, going around your company, seeing different equipment which I've never seen in since I've been moving around in a auto mechanic shop and the rest. What makes you to invest much on equipment in your company this way? Can you tell us?
Basically, like you know, like I said before, the world is being driven by technology at this present time. And what we're trying to do is to see how best we can fix customers' cars without further damages. And this has to do with the kind of equipment you use on fixing the car. Here, we believe that the modern technology and tools we have today will greatly impact on the quality of work we are executing. So if you have a target to be the best in your sector, you must have to make sure that you do everything possible to make sure you have the right tools, the right machineries and techniques to execute such job. We are just starting. We are just barely 2 years old, and we will still continue to invest in equipment to make sure that we meet customer satisfaction. So most of the equipment today, most of the equipment you have seen today are all being used to ensure that customers gain the satisfaction that he so much desire. So we want to ensure that, you see, when you go to some roadside mechanics, you see them using a hammer to hit a customer's car, damaging the car the more, whereby you have a drilling something that can easily remove the ball joint, the bearing, and all those stuff. So this is where we are driving to. We want to mimic the manufacturer's specifications to make sure that we have the technical know-how, the equipment, and the knowledge to execute customers or repair customers' cars without further damages.
And again, seeing much staff around you, both female and male, how are you able to cope with those many staff you have to drive together and work together as a team? How are you able to do that?
Mr. Okay, this is one of the most challenging aspects of the auto repair companies. You see, like I previously said, most of these workers are artisans. They are not trained in the universities or in the polytechnic, or they just work in, learn those jobs, and they start doing it. So for you to achieve this, we have set up a training center. I have a training room here, whereby every week we have 2 times training. You have to culture those staffs. You have to train them on the methodology to use in fixing customers' cars. You have to train them on character. You have to mold them to see a vision of what you want the place to be, and make sure you put them into, make them your brothers and your sisters, and make all of us have a common goal to achieve as a team. So what we are doing basically here is that we harmonize ourselves, we train together, we learn together, we grow together, and we make sure that everyone here has a common agenda, which is delivering customers' car in a better and more quality assurance. So this is where we are gaining and what we are doing to build that teamwork and that experience amongst ourselves. So we also have individual tutor. We have supervisors here who talk to the young ones, make them understand what they have to do, bring them close to themselves, and making us working as a team, driving the same common goal.
I see many ladies in your mechanic section. How do you cope with such numbers of ladies in your mechanic section? Can you tell us?
Well, I have traveled wide and I constantly traveling around to see what people are doing. See, I think there is no segregation between men and women in this our um, community. I have a couple of them working here as technicians. And one thing about ladies is they are more meticulous. They, when they are working, you see they pay attention to details, sometimes more than the men. And they get satisfied more. And they are all ready to learn and be better off. So we are not looking into a company that is built with only men. We want to make sure that we bring in whoever is qualified and whoever is willing to learn and work at Vonos. So the ladies we have here, they are, to me, I'm very happy to have them in the company, and I even intend to have more ladies if need be, because they give the maximum, they pay the maximum attention to details, and they look at the quality to ensure that what they are doing is properly well done. And that, in fact, the company's manager at the moment is a lady. He works in Elizade and he works in other companies. He's a mechanical engineer and he's doing it. He's putting all her effort to make sure that the company drives the common goal, which is quality and assurance for our customers. So we are not having a company that we segregate between men and women. We want to ensure that we build capacity in women to be able to stand alone and do what they can do best.
So you are telling me your manager is a lady and she work with Elizade, Toyota Auto, and reside from there comes to you.
Exactly. It's in when you want to achieve the best, you go for the best. Even as he's here, most often we still send him on trainings, we still tutor him on that managerial procedures. So what we are doing basically is to make sure that every worker here learn at least something in a day, and that goes to her. Being a lady and a manager, she pays attention to details. She looks into what we are doing and she has a better communication with customers than men. Sometimes you see the men being a little bit arrogant, but the ladies are calm in addressing various issues with our customers.
Any plan from you for auto training academy in Nigeria? Let's tell us.
Exactly where we are driving into. You see, we have a plan to see Vonos as one of the best auto companies in Abuja or within Abuja. And we are already trying to talk to some of the governors, some of the ministers, some of the senators, and the directors, how we can have, just imagine, as we speak today, this company has over 60 workers. We pay salary every month. We are paying 60 staffs salary every month, and this spread to their family as well. So imagine such a company is set up in various states in Nigeria, sponsored by government, to have this kind of company set up in Edo State, in Kaduna, Benin. I mean,
sorry to cut you. Measure Edo State. Is there any plan for this company to have a branch in Edo State, if possible, if the government can support you?
Exactly where we are driving to. We want to make sure that we work with the government to have such standardized auto repair in various states in Nigeria. Even in solving government problems, you have to take your government car to the workshop, your car is fixed appropriately, take it. So anybody have access to such an auto company. And again, that will drive unemployment, because when you have such companies, at least one or two in various states, it will definitely recruit people to work with the company and ensure that people gain jobs. And the question you ask, which relate to Auto Academy, that is why we are trying to set up the Vonos Auto Academy, whereby even graduates can come to that school, learn how to fix cars, how to diagnose cars, spare parts repair, management of auto system, everything about automotive engineering. You learn it at Vonos Auto Academy and be able to be recruited in any automobile company in Nigeria. So we are working towards that. And one is starting by next month, which is March, to start the first auto academy here, whereby we have students from all over the world, from all over Nigeria, come around here to register, and we train them on auto company. And we can even absorb them. We can absorb from the trained technicians, and some of them can go around. And we're also going to support them with tools to be able to be independent.
You see, I'll be here, I'll be seeing other customer coming here as if here is the only auto company in Abuja. What is your future plan to accommodate or to retain those your customer which have been seen since morning I'll be here? How can you be able to tell us about that?
That is why, again, we are working parallel with government to see how they can support us to expand more and have this company built in various places. Today, we have set up a branch in Guaripa. So people living in Matama, Asokoro, Guaripa, Use, they don't have to drive all the way down to the head office to come and service their car, to come and change oil, to come and change brake pad, to come and change stabilizer leakage. The branch in Guaripa can actually solve this problem. You go there, you have your oil change, you have your stabilizer leakage done, your brake pad done, and we intend to set up such many branches around Abuja whereby our customers can easily drive down to that place to have it done. And we are also looking at expanding this company to a bigger one within the next couple of years. So we are planning it and we are looking into that. And we also, at the moment, working in collaboration with some of the CNG conversion to have Vonos Auto as one of the companies that will be involved in converting the government cars from petrol to CNG. And we are discussing this. It's also in our record to have a better place, a bigger place where we can take those cars to and get them converted from petrol to CNG usage.
With your experience now, what can you tell Afema youths, Edo youths, and Nigeria youths? With your experience across autos.
I've worked in many companies, working in Shenenbach, I work in Qatar, I work in Oman. I've worked in almost all sectors, starting from construction, building, oil and gas, banking. So I have a whole lot of experience in some of those places. And I have to tell you the honest truth is that what brings, like we discussed before now, what makes you a better person is the character you examine. You have to be a straightforward person to start with. Make sure you know what you are doing. Be focused. I have a lot of criticism here. Some people, at the beginning, for example, many people say we are not good. And I know my focus that this is a brand new company and my drive is to be the best. Today, I can categorically tell you that most of our customers that left before now, they are back to us because they have heard from others that that company is doing better. And we are not still there. We are not there. We are still driving towards that perfection. So my advice to you is that whatever you don't, I don't get involved in money aspect in this company all the time. No, my drive is quality delivery to make sure that whatever we are doing for a customer is done perfectly. So whatever you are doing as a young Nigerian, as an Afema person, as a youth, Edo, make sure number one, you define your goal. Pursue your goal. Write it down. Make sure you write it down. Pursue your goal and be focused. Don't get distracted with how you want to quickly make it. Because what is killing us today is every Nigerian youth want to become rich overnight. Everybody want to become rich tomorrow. That is not the way it is. I work in many sectors I have worked, and I continue to grow my career one by one. And when I was working, I was not being flamboyant, extravagant, saving my money because I have a focus to have this kind of company tomorrow. And today, my dream, long-term dream, is coming through gradually. And we are not still there. We are trying to be number one in Abuja. And that dream is still radiating from our mind as a team with everybody, that this is where we are driving now. And I want Vonos Auto to be the best auto company in Abuja, not just a quality delivery, in the welfare of our staffs. We want to make sure that everybody that's working in Vonos Auto is earning the best, is well taken care of, and is doing better, so that they can live comfortably and have that ability to concentrate on the work they are doing. Who is not fed, who is not properly fed, cannot concentrate to do the work. So we are not. So we still have a long roadmap to catch, but we are taking it step by step, and we are not losing focus. So do not lose focus on whatever you are doing. Be very focused, dedicated, and make sure that you have a good character. You know, don't let money distract your attention. And I bet you the sky will be your limit as a young Nigerian youth from Edo State.
Any effects from Nigeria government policy affecting you? Or
This is where we are really dragging ourselves backward. Definitely yes. Definitely yes. For example, you have most of the spare parts you see there are imported into this country. And I'll give you an example. When I say Mobi 1 is $25, when you multiply $25 by 1.7 today, you see how much you're going to get, over close to 38,000 naira. You have not shipped, you have not cleared, and the cost of clearing those items have extraordinarily gone up. So when it comes back here, what you are supposed to sell and make gain, you are even looking, because we cannot pass the cost to the consumers at the moment. It's difficult for you to pass every cost to consumer because they will not buy, and you still want to remain in the market. So invariably, if you have the capacity to do 100 Mobi 1, 100 jerrycans of Mobi 1 today, your value will drop because you must have sold some of them out that you can no longer replace. So that therefore means that if you sell your 100 Mobi 1, that money you're going to realize in that sales cannot afford 100, like that maybe 70, 80. So you are dropping your capital base. And that is affecting every business you see in Nigeria today. We are losing money. You just try to stay afloat to keep your customers because of the exchange rate and some of the policies. I know some people that have come here to tell me that they don't have the money to buy fuel for their car. So where would they get money to change their tires? So they prefer to manage the tire, to use their money to buy fuel for their cars. Some of them will tell you that they cannot change brake pad. I imagine how disastrous it is for you not to be able to change your brake pad.
Because you are fighting for fuel.
Because you are fighting for fuel.
Well, nice meeting you, Mr. Victor.
Thank you very much.
Subsequent interview from time to time. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.